Praise the Lord Jesus. Welcome back to Chris Baraka and family. So this video, it's actually a response to so many people who have been calling Celestial fake, who have been saying that she's a false prophet just because of the Kamala Harris and also Donald Trump prophecy. First of all, I did a whole video just to get in detail about the Kamala Harris and Donald Trump prophecy. Probably if you've not watched that video, I'll ask that you go and watch it. The video is called What Everyone Missed. So in that video, I'm just showing you exactly what everyone missed, because there's some very key things that people missed in that general prophecy that she gave about Kamala Harris and also Donald Trump. So immediately after the election period, we saw a lot of different prophets and prophetesses and pastors and YouTubers. So many different people actually went online to react, and they were all actually, the good number of them were all criticizing Celestials, saying this about her and etc., including prophetess Tiffany, which I've shared a clip of what exactly she said, and also Prophet Uebert Angel. And there was so many different people. I'm sure you guys have seen that. And also even in my comment section, like, so many people used to come to my comment section, abusive language and critic and everything. So in this video, there is another new response. Just before that, before she got into the message that she had, she's just offered a response as well, and just stating exactly just some very key things that she's actually spoken about. So let us get in the video. We have a look at that, and also we'll be looking at what exactly some of these prophets and prophetesses actually spoke about. So without further ado, let's get in the video.
Vindication is a word that we use to define a situation where information has been given, a certain mindset has been put forward, and it is not believed. It is not believed. It is met with mockery. It is met with unbelief. It is met with skepticism. It is met with so many litmus tests that eventually, on the face of it, apparently the information does not seem to be trustworthy. It does not seem to be real. It meets with so many barriers as it's trying to come out that sometimes the information tends to look like it has fallen away. So what that means is that,
Yeah, so just for me to give someone probably a breakdown, if it's your first time, maybe you're just getting this. So this is what's happening. So she gave a prophecy out about Kamala Harris and also Donald Trump. So simply, so many people have circulated a clip of where she's actually celestially saying that Kamala Harris is the one who's going to be the president. So previously, we've seen the election period that has gone. We've just slightly passed it. And then the person who won that election is actually Donald Trump. So that brought a lot of uproar online, and so many people went, made fans of her clips, criticized her clips, calling her fake, calling her false and everything. Yes, she did a general response and said, she brought out a general response, but still in the midst of that, because this thing is still an ongoing story, it's still an ongoing prophecy and everything. So this one right here is now what she's saying currently.
information will come from a source that is presenting true information, but because of the resistance that the information meets, it appears to be defeated by an obstacle, by a wall that is in its way, and it seems to fall away. However, the passage of time always reveals what is vindicated. So all that is needed for a word that is initially stopped, or a mindset or a position that is initially resisted and pushed back against and torn down, apparently it seems to be torn down, it seems to be refuted, it seems to be knocked down and put back in its place, it seems to be made harmless. All that is needed for a vindicated word to be proven is the passage of time.
That is exactly my response. You remember, like from the very first time I started doing these videos and talking about that prophecy, that people felt like that prophecy was actually a mist. The whole thing, the whole time, was just telling you that some things are not according to the time that you think they should be in, because let's all admit that sometimes, you know, God's time is not our time. Even if you look at the Bible, you know, Bible says like 1,000 years is 1,000 years for man is a day for God, you know. Like now time, you see the way God sees us, time, the way things happen, like there's something like God's timing. So most definitely. So I've always been telling you that it's too quick for people to react the way they did and everything. I don't know why people just caused an uproar. It's like they're just like their clothes were out. They're just waiting for that specific moment. But you see, that is not how sometimes prophecies work. You know, sometimes the words that were spoken, they take time. Like for example, the prophecy, even you remember when Jesus left, he said he's going to come back again. Like for how many generations people have been speaking about it and saying Jesus is coming back, Jesus is coming back. It doesn't mean that he's not going to come back. It doesn't mean that he lied. No, definitely he will come back, but it's not the way you think it's going to happen. You know, it's not according to your time, you know. So yeah, so
vindication is basically the final bus stop when information that was defeated, that was fought against, seems to almost resurrect as it comes into its moment, and then everything that was said in the earlier period now fulfills. It now begins to become larger than life. It now is seen to be absolutely true as it begins to come into its moment. And then those who fought against it, those who spoke against it, those who tried to tear it down, those who thought that they had killed the information, basically causing it to fall to the ground, usually watch in shock and dismay as everything that they claimed was a lie actually is proven to have been true all along.
yeah, so that is actually another response. You know, it's just that she's not mentioning any names to be specific, but this is Celestial actually responding to everyone. This is her responding.
So once you hear that process explained, then you automatically do not need to be told that if that information contained important details that could have saved or could have protected or could have shielded the very people who were tearing it down and refuting it and mocking it and destroying it, then once the information resurrects and begins to unfold and sometimes unleash, depending on what kind of information it is, the people who should have been listening, the people who should have been benefiting from it, the people who should have been taking it into consideration and listening to it are very often distraught. They are dismayed. They are disappointed. They are hurt because the information that could have saved them was rejected in favor of a different mindset, in favor of something that was not true at all. And so
Yeah, so that is her message right there. Yes, she is not she's been a bit, let me just say she's been a bit for some reason she's not mentioned any specific name, because I can understand that, because there's so many people who have called her out. You know, there's so many people, like there's so many, if you just check, there's so many people, so many publications, so many different blogs who have called her out and everything, claiming that she's false and everything. So if she was to make a whole list calling people, definitely that can be a bit crazy, but that is quite a general response. Like, yes, and I admit and I agree to that, because sometimes some of these things take some time. You have to give it time. You can't just be like that type of a person. You listen to a prophecy today and then the next hour you're expecting to see it actually fulfill. No, those some prophecies you actually just take caution, words of caution, so that as a Christian you know how you need to position yourself. Some of the prophecies you need to intercede for XY. So it depends, different reactions or different effects for different types of prophecies. But here is just a segment of a clip of how now prophetess Tiffany reacted to
I sat up there
this.
and told y'all that Celestial was not just a false prophet. She was a witch. She was a sorceress. And the Lord told me that she was a soul hunter. And y'all, believers, sat up there and ate up those false, poisonous, prophetic words that she was giving y'all. And you sat there and you ate it up. And now look at you, looking stupid. You
Yo, so
have to understand that this woman was not getting her information, her spiritual intel, from the Holy Ghost, who is the only spirit of truth that we serve. She was getting her information from familiar spirits, from necromancy. She was using divination as one of her tools of spiritual insight. And here she was, wrong. And y'all out here looking stupid.
yeah, so that was Tiffany, prophetess, her reaction to Celestial immediately after that prophecy came up. So she's one of those people that just went online and was very straight about it. We all know there was a time that Celestial had actually called out prophetess Tiffany. There's a time that Celestial prophetess called out prophetess Tiffany, and then after she had called out, Tiffany went ahead as well to do a response. And since that time, you know, actually Celestial has not called out Tiffany again. It was just on one video, and she stated whatever she stated and said whatever God led her to say. But since then, Tiffany, video after video, even sometimes she's invited in these meetings that she goes to, even in her own meetings, the Covered by God meetings, she has been calling out Celestial since that time. Like, she's never stopped. She's just trying to prove a certain point in so many different videos. Yes, I've been sharing a couple of them here and there, but there's so many videos that actually Celestial, even in interviews, sometimes she's just invited in interviews and she's talking about a whole different thing. Then she goes ahead and abusing Celestial and calling out and everything. So I don't know why she has been trying so much, insisting so much, trying to bring her point across.
Nonsense. Christo Eklund is not a man of God. This one is not a man of God. Edeb is not a man of God. This one is not a man of God. This one is not a man of God. Uebert Angel is not a man of God. This one is a... Huh? Everyone is not a man of God. Except you, woman of God. And you just missed the most important one. And not only that, you didn't miss. You told us the way God told you.
So this is Prophet Uebert Angel as well, reacting to the failed prophecy according to the way they're saying it. So he started by just mentioning some names and saying that Celestial said that the list that he has given, they're not men of God. And then he mentioned his own name there. Yes, that's true. Actually, Celestial had called him out as well. So clear indication that he was waiting for such a time as this as well.
This is the biggest mistake she did. She was undercover all this time with false prophecies.
And then now he's using this moment to actually clear up the whole list, you see, because he has said that everything that Celestial has been saying was actually false. So this is not the only one. So he's just using this one to make it actually serve the whole list to be false. Just listen to this.
Biggest mistake she did. She was undercover all this time with false prophecies. You are not FBI, the Father's Bureau of Investigations. Everyone is under grace. Amen. Everyone is under grace. We do wrong, you do wrong. Apply the same grace to them that you want to be applied to you. Now, all of a sudden, you come in to defend that. Oh, no. It was wrong. The things I said were, yes, you can mess up prophecy. It's possible. You don't destroy everything because you mess up one prophecy. I was with you. All that. I agree with you. Everything you're saying there, correct concerning the prophetic. Whatever book you studied must be mine. Now, all this you said, I was going to support you. You know, I come out and support even the people who hate me.
That's true, sir.
I was going to come out and support you. But the moment you say God came to you, you are telling us how it happened. When he knocked on your door, was he still the same God? When he said, that's me, I am God, was he still the same God? When then he told you Trump was losing and Kamala Harris is winning, I'm okay with that. You can get it wrong because maybe the timing you were supposed to release it, you could have done what I did when I said today, if we vote this day, it would be who? Kamala Harris. On the day, and we just showed you the statistics.
So right here, I just want to bring this to your attention. You've heard what Prophet Uebert Angel has said. So there are two prophecies that Prophet Uebert Angel had actually given out. The first prophecy that he had given out about who's going to be the president, there is the first prophecy that he gave out saying that Kamala Harris is going to be the president. So he's saying that, yes, and he said that one I agree. He said that if it's today, if they vote today, that now Kamala Harris is going to be the president. So I don't know if that makes a difference, but he said that Kamala Harris is going to be the president. And then now on another video, he came out again and said that Trump is going to be the president. So, you know, it's a bit confusing. I don't know, but it sounds to be a bit confusing. It sounds to be like a gamble. And then now when Trump was president, they took now that video where he said that Trump is going to be the president. And then now they shared that video showing that, yes, it's a fulfilled prophecy. But now I was just thinking and asking myself, what if now Kamala Harris could have won? So probably they could have taken out that video where he prophesied about Kamala Harris being the winner and then saying that then again it's a fulfilled prophecy. So I don't know why there should be a gamble. Why didn't he just stick with one and say, okay, this one is the one. This is the one. So I don't know, but he has a prophecy where he's saying Kamala Harris is going to be the president. He has another one saying that Trump is going to be the president. For real, that sounds like a gamble, but I don't know what you think.
Now, you say today, then you ask questions. We can understand that. But when you go further and say, then God spoke to me directly, came to your house. Hey. And then told you don't pray about it, no one can change it. Hey. Now we're going too far now. This is deeper now. You are going too far now with claiming what my God said when he never spoke. Now we're trying to figure out, do we need his IRS number, national insurance number, or ID to know if this is the real God? Because the real God walking, see, if he, you know, in the prophetic, when you get to be in a Nabi's position where babbling forth comes out, maybe one or two things might be off. What about Paul? Paul said, the honor, Agabus said, the honor of this people shall be arrested by who? The people that he mentioned were not the ones who arrested Paul.
Yeah, so Prophet Uebert Angel, Tiffany, and so many other people. The list is quite a long one as well. This was just to bring for you just a highlight. But the thing is, just before Celestial began her message, the message from her blog that is called Vindication, she just gave out and sent the words that I've played for you right there. And I know that that is a response and also a reply for the many who have been on her case, attacking her and calling her whatever crazy name. So that is just her reply, and as she has said it, let us just give time. I believe so. Time always tells all kinds of tales. Yeah, so let me know what you think about this right there in the comment section. Feel free to share your response, your feedback. Stay blessed and see you in the next video.